Meet Trump's new Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm a little bit more than disappointed, but if I was MAGA, I would be more confused as to what qualifies this man to be the Secretary of Defense. Literally, his role in government amounts to zero. He's zero experience in government, and his military experience is the National Guard. It literally just looks like this guy was picked to be the Secretary of Defense because of his over-the-top, hawkish commentary as a pundit for Fox and Friends. Once again, MAGA people, y'all got some explaining to do because your guy said that he's gonna be the anti-war candidate and bring peace to the world, yet he brought somebody on as Secretary of Defense who referred to Putin as an authoritarian, even though he's a democratically elected president. And he said that he's mad at the Biden administration for not sending more weapons, more aid to Ukraine.
So equipping and supplying Ukraine with what it needs faster than we have, and we haven't been doing it. The Biden administration has not been doing it fast enough so that they can further bog Putin down and push him back. It's going to be long, it's going to be bloody, but I think those are the stakes for the United States of America. He's going to double down on the tactics he believes will bring civilians to their knees. You know why? He doesn't play by the rules of war. We call him a war criminal, and we do, and rightfully so. He doesn't care. Russia's not a signatory to the International Criminal Court. He doesn't feel any threat that he'll be held accountable. Ceasefires, you know what ceasefires are for him? An opportunity to reload.
And for a guy in Trump who allegedly called Zelensky to tell him that they're not going to be funding their war anymore, you're starting to look like a liar. Because everybody you bringing on basically wants to get into a full-fledged nuclear war with Russia if it was left up to them. So your actions are not exactly mimicking the claims that you're making about wanting to bring peace between Russia and Ukraine. For all my America First people out there, here is Trump's new Secretary of Defense saying that you are wrong for saying that you cannot be dually loyal to both Israel and America. He effectively asserts that you cannot be America first without being a Zionist.
Anyone that wants to take the stage and talk about dual loyalty is dead wrong. What this organization represents, what Western civilization represents today, is an understanding that Zionism and Americanism are the front lines of Western civilization and freedom in our world today.
What's even more bizarre about this particular pick, even in comparison to the other neocons that Trump has tapped for his administration thus far, is the fact that this man, outside of his military career, is possibly the most unremarkable person in the history of any presidential administration. I mean, he's not known for anything significant except for losing a Senate campaign once and being on Fox and Friends. And somehow Trump saw that guy and thought to himself, yeah, that's the guy I want to run my military. Like, Trump thought to himself, I know that we are almost on the verge of an open World War III and one political misstep could send us over the top, but I got a good feeling about this guy who's literally never had any experience in government or diplomacy whatsoever. This is the same guy who calls Putin an authoritarian and is begging to go to war with one of the countries that could start World War III, which would be Russia, and then wants us to be blindly loyal to Israel, who's committing a genocide, whose actions could also start World War III. I'm not sure if this pick should be more so considered insidious or idiotic. The only positive spin I could put on this is that I guess I prefer my imperialist warhawks to be less competent instead of more competent. So in that regard, I guess he checks all the boxes. But outside of that, ladies and gentlemen, meet the new boss. Same as the old boss, apparently. I blame Kamala voters, because if all of y'all would have voted for Jill Stein instead, we wouldn't be in this position. Sorry, just felt like I should mention that.